Ladies, watch these fellas. One thing I've learned, people who only respect you in public are usually protecting an image, not a relationship. It's easy to open doors when people are watching. The real test is whether that same respect exists when nobody's there to clap. Pay attention to consistency. If his personality changes depending on who's in the room, you're not dealing with confidence. You're dealing with performance. A relationship shouldn't feel like two different worlds. Public affection means very little if private behavior tells a completely different story. The people worth keeping in your life don't need an audience to be kind. That's simply who they are. Time has a way of exposing what effort tries to hide. You never really discover someone's character during special occasions. You discover it in the ordinary days they think nobody's paying attention. When somebody's tired, frustrated, under pressure, that's when you'll meet the version they've been hiding behind the smile. Anybody can buy flowers after an argument. It takes character to stop creating the arguments in the first place. Don't fall in love with grand gestures while ignoring everyday behavior. It's the everyday behavior that builds a lifetime. If somebody only changes after you've threatened to leave, they didn't suddenly understand your worth. They understood the consequences. Real love doesn't wait until it's losing you before it starts treating you properly. And there's something else people rarely talk about. Respect isn't tested during the good times. It's tested when life becomes inconvenient. And that's where most people get it wrong. They think love is something you prove with words. It isn't. It's something you prove with consistency. Don't fall in love with grand gestures while ignoring everyday behavior. It's the everyday behavior that builds a lifetime. Anybody can buy flowers after an argument. It takes character to stop creating the arguments in the first place. If somebody only changes after you've threatened to leave, they didn't suddenly understand your worth. They understood the consequence. You don't build trust by getting it right once. You build trust by getting the little things right over and over again. And that's where most people get it wrong. They think love is something you prove with words. It isn't. It's something you prove with consistency. When somebody knows what hurts you and they keep doing it, stop calling it a mistake. At some point, it becomes a decision. You don't build trust by getting it right once. You build trust by getting the little things right over and over again. If every disagreement ends with you apologizing just to keep the peace, you're not building a relationship, you're carrying one. I've always believed this. People teach you how to love them. They also teach you how much they're willing to protect what you've built together. And carrying a relationship by yourself gets heavy. Not because love is difficult, but because it was never meant to be a one-person job. Listen carefully. The strongest relationships aren't the ones without problems. They're the ones where both people refuse to become the problem. Pride has destroyed more relationships than distance ever could. Some people would rather be right than be happy. And every time you choose your ego over understanding, you're quietly placing another brick in the wall between the two of you. That's why maturity isn't about winning arguments. It's about knowing when protecting the relationship matters more than protecting your pride. You'll never build something lasting with somebody who's always keeping score. Love isn't a competition, it's a commitment. And once you understand that, you'll stop chasing people who only know how to receive and start appreciating the ones who know how to give. Ladies, pay attention.